This video was sponsored by Squarespace. Last week I made these press molded tiles and now I want to frame them. So today we're going to be doing something that I've never done before on this pottery channel. We're going to be working with wood. Actually, I'm not using this at all. Okay, first things first, I don't know what I'm doing. Secondly, let's talk about what I'm envisioning for this. I got a long 20 by 13.5 millimeters. Because I want the frame part to stick out about a centimeter or 10 to 12 millimeters. And then I got this back panel thing here. This is just plywood. So I got pine and pine because I'm hoping that I can like finish them and they look fairly similar. I was debating buying like solid pine for the backing as well, but this needs to be fairly thin in order for it to slot in. So I don't know. This is not a tutorial. This is a video where you watch me struggle because I'm not a woodworker. Okay, so my plan, we are going to cut a rabbet in this. And a rabbet is, actually maybe it's a groove. I don't know the difference between the two, but a rabbet, fun fact, is not R-A-B-B-I-T like I thought for literal years. It's actually R-A-B-E-T, 1 or 2 B's depending on whether you're American or British. Anyway, we're going to cut a groove in this with my table saw. That's step number 1. Step number 2, we're gonna miter 45-degree angles so that it can turn into a frame. Step number 3, we're gonna cut this guy to size so that it fits in the groove. And then step number 4, we finish the wood somehow, some way, I don't know how. I think the thing that I'm most nervous about is actually just cutting the groove, and that's step number 1, so we might as well. I only bought 1 piece of wood though, so if I screw this up, we have to go back to the hardware store. First things first though, I think I need to make all my measurements. So I'm gonna be making them for these. There's other things I wanna frame as well, so if I can find a cool way to make frames that I feel confident about, I would like to make more. Okay, so these guys are approximately 12.5 centimeters. And then I don't want too much background to be exposed, but I do want to leave a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm thinking like 1 centimeter maybe of background on all sides. And then we hit it with the frame like so. So 12.5, 1. And then we have to calculate for the part that goes into the groove. Let's say it goes in 5 millimeters. So 0.5 centimeter. I feel like 4 centimeters would be better, but let's again give it a little bit of wiggle room. So then we have another little skinny bit here. That's 0.5, which means 3 plus 12.5 is 15.5. We know at least the back panel. I'm having a really hard time visualizing this. I think let's just go for it. We're gonna make a groove and then we can cut the back panel as a trial and then we can use that to figure out how long to cut the sides. I think that's actually the way to go. Okay, I'm procrastinating cutting this because I am scared, but let's do it. I apologize for the crappy lighting and the general ugliness of this room. This is not meant to be seen. This is my kind of workshop area. So what I did to prepare is I took off all the safety features in my table saw, which is why I'm so scared. Like I took off the, I don't know what it's called, the this guy, and I took off the this guy. That all stops you from hurting yourself, but there's no way to cut a groove with all that stuff in. So we're just gonna have to go with it. I'm measuring my saw so that it's coming up 0.5 centimeter. That I know how to do. I have a random offcut of the same exact plywood, so we're gonna use that. It's gonna help us. I feel like this is too wide for my saw, so we're gonna have to do a couple of cuts with it. So we're gonna just use this to hold it against. not bad, but definitely too thin. So I need to do another round. Maybe a second round will be enough. You see my issue? Please feel free to give me tips about my technique, my table saw technique, but please be nice. And this is not a video that teaches you how to use a table saw, because I know I'm probably doing 500 things that are wrong and dangerous. I very much welcome you to give me tips about how to use it better, but please be nice to me, because like I don't know any better. No one taught me how to use this stuff. Yeah, please be nice. Oh, it's just barely too narrow. It fits. Look at that beauty. Let's gather ourselves. Nice. Gosh, that's very satisfying. Actually, I think the next step is to cut the backing. I think I was stressing because this is such a small thing and it's like, it's so precise. It's the precision of it that's stressing me. So 15.5 millimeters. Let's take it. Let's take a little break to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. If you've never heard about Squarespace before, they are an all-in-one website builder that artists and entrepreneurs use to stand out and succeed online. I've been using Squarespace pretty much ever since I started my online business because it has incredibly easy to use features, including their drag and drop website builder and integrated SEO tools. Whether you're just starting out or managing a thriving brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website to sell anything from physical products to memberships, digital products, and even services. You can also schedule appointments, create on-brand invoices, and send newsletters. And for the artists watching, I know you will love their cutting-edge design tools, where you can create a bespoke website that perfectly fits your brand or business. So head to squarespace.com right now for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/potteryhitthepeople for 10% off your very first website or domain. Now let's get back to the video. I've reattached my lovely safety features. I'm pretty impressed with how far we've gotten without a hitch so far. I mean, I guess the groove is a little bit on the loose side. It's not as tight as I would have hoped, but we're gonna glue this whole thing together, and wood glue is pretty dang strong, so I feel like it's gonna be fine. So now we need to cut our miter edges, and need to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Look how good it looks. Not bad. How am I gonna do this? So, like, I need it to be 45 degrees. So if we say 5 millimeters. Can't figure out the math of this. This is breaking my brain because of the overlap. Well, we don't even need to do the math because all I need to do is calculate the inner edge, and then we just set it at a 45-degree angle. Actually, I'm making this way overcomplicated. So the inner edges need to be 15.5 minus 0.5 minus 0.5. So the inner edges need to be 14.5 to account for the gap, I think. Should we try it? I feel like I just need to cut it and see. This is perfect. See how the corner of that is right in there? Same on this side. This should work. So far, so good. Let's cut the rest of them. Is there a way I can do this without constantly whoosh? Oh, come on, big boy. Look at this. I can't believe it. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm pretty impressed with myself. Unbelievable how much nicer it is in here than that dark basement. Okay, so I'm like truly shocked by how smooth everything is going. I mean, as I said, it's not perfect, but I don't know. I'm not trying to make it perfect. This looks so good. I might want to make this background area even smaller to keep it even like tighter against the tile, but I'm not sure. Why are you... Oh. I bought a new tool, as I like to do. So this is a clamp thing because I don't have clamps that are big enough. And I didn't want to buy a bunch of new clamps because clamps are expensive. This is just one thing. And if I'm gonna be making a lot of these, I might as well get like the perfect thing. So it's basically, I figure out how to use it, but you theoretically it's the perfect thing to use when you're making frames. If I can figure out how to use it. Release the fixings through screw with the recessed head. We have no pictures. Just gonna dry fit this first. So the reason I decided I'm not doing any sort of mechanical attachments because I feel like with the rabbet / groove plus glue, like that should be enough for such a small little piece, I feel. Well, let's see. Look at that. I feel like that's just perfect. And then we do a little bit of sanding. We finish it with something and we have a frame. Gosh, this is so weird how smoothly this is going, honestly. Okay, let's add the glue. That looks so cool. Like even, I mean, I am gonna finish it, but maybe we just finish it with like some oil or something because I kind of like the light color against the more colorful fishies. Okay, so hear me out. I don't know if you saw this one, but I would love to frame these as well. They were originally supposed to be coasters, but like they're too beautiful. Or, I mean, gosh, these are all basically the same size. Or even, like, you probably don't remember this. This was a while ago. Remember when I made that giant tile quilt that hangs on my wall? I have a few leftovers for that. And what about something kind of crazy? I mean, obviously, these aren't gonna fit right, but something along these lines. You know what I'm saying? Mosaic? Tile mosaic? Hello? How cool is that? So like now you sort of understand, I think, why I wanted to figure out how to make a frame because there's so many options. So, okay, I'm very excited. I'm gonna let this dry. I guess I'm gonna let this dry overnight. I don't actually know how long this needs, but let's just let it dry overnight. And then we're gonna come back tomorrow and maybe I can dig through my stash and find some oil. I definitely need to sand it down, but next, I want to try and finish this one. And if it looks good, like we'll probably do a few tests on this one. And if it looks good, then we can make a bunch more. And I guess I need to buy more wood too. Okay, one step at a time. Tomorrow we'll see. Okay, I am really excited to open this. I mean, see what could possibly go wrong, but just to see it. Look at this, wait. Look at this. This is a real freaking thing that I made out of wood. I'm actually so proud of myself. It looks so good. Like, it's just like an object that I made. I don't know how to put it into words, but it just feels like something that would be too hard to make, and it really wasn't that hard, and I am really so proud of myself for making this. Okay, there's a couple of things that we need to do today. I might get slightly thicker wood for the frame because I kind of wanted to stick out a little bit more. I feel like it should be a little bit higher than the tile, and it's basically at the level of the tile. So I'm gonna see if my hardware store has just slightly thicker wood, but the width I think is good. 14. If I could make it 22 to 25, I feel like that would be better. I'm not sure that they're going to have such small variations though. I mean, this is fine. Like worst case scenario, we just do this. I could also put the groove a little bit further back, maybe, if I can be that precise. And then the other thing is I want to test finishes today. So I have these two that were just left over. Like I think this one is how I finished this table. I'm not sure what this one is for. These are like open. Hopefully they're not bad. I don't know, does oil go bad? I have no idea. So this is oil and this is Lasur, which is German, and I don't actually know the exact translation. Would that be like a varnish maybe? I don't know, but they're both transparent. So I want to try both of them. And I have the scrap that I didn't use yesterday, and I have a piece of backing. So we're going to test both on here. Maybe I'll go ahead and do 2 layers and we see how it looks. Yeah, because I feel like, well, let me read the instructions. Yeah, 2 layers. Okay, let's make a test. For the months of June and July, we are hosting our first ever Pottery to the People Pot-Along. You voted, and we are going to be making bookends as an online community of potters. It's like the Great Pottery Throwdown, but online, and nobody gets eliminated. I am really excited about my project. I'm hoping that this will be a vindication for my miniature oven project. The Pot-Along is being hosted over on Patreon. It's completely free to join. You don't have to be a member. If you're curious and you want more information, or you want to join us, the link is down below in the video description. I'm so excited to see what you guys make. Okay, so I had some, this is like powdered stain that you can buy from the market here. And I tried it on a piece, and I think I have to say I like it so much more, the dark wood against the ceramic versus the light wood. I don't know, it just pops so much more. Like, I really like light colored wood, but against the ceramic, I feel like it has to be dark. The problem with this stuff is you can't use it with stuff that's water-based. And I don't know how this is possible, but the oil that I used and also the Lasur is water-based. At least it says that you can thin it with water. Like, I prefer this because then I don't need like turpentine or something to clean my brushes. But you can see here, when I added the oil, it sort of messed up the stain a little bit. Like, you see there's like this watermark here. It just kind of messed up the stain. This is the Lasur, so it's a little bit shinier. This is the oil. So, all that to say, I went back to the market and I bought this stuff, which is, I believe, oil wax. It says it has oil and wax in it. I was looking for oil, but I couldn't find any with a stain in it. So this is basically like a 2-in-1. It's going to, actually maybe like a 3-in-1. It's gonna oil, it's gonna wax, and it's gonna stain our wood. And it's meant for the inside and it's water soluble. So I'm hoping this works. I want to test it on this, but I think I'm gonna do a quick tester first and we see how it looks in case it's really ugly. I like how this one looks, and they're both teak, but I somehow don't trust it. I don't trust it. It's like a different brand. It's, you know. So I cut another little chunk here that we can test it on. Just to wipe this off. Sauber trocken aufwischen. Okay, this is a little bit lighter than I would have hoped, and this is why we do samples, because how are these both teak? Completely different. Let's see, I'm gonna let it dry, maybe it cures, I'm not sure. I don't know anything. I'm a little embarrassed if we're putting this video on the internet because I don't know anything about woodworking. Good morning. So I just put a layer of this lazur on the frame. Oh, he's starting to stick now. That's not ideal. I know that I should apply this before I assemble it, but this is my sample. I just wanted to kind of see it put all together. This has 2 layers, and I think that looks a bit better, so I'll probably do a second layer. It's not the color that I had anticipated, but I feel like it looks kind of cool. What I don't want to do is go to the store and buy a different stain. I feel like this actually looks pretty good. I don't know, it's not the color that I expected, but it is the color that we have, and we're gonna make it look good. So, plan for the day. I went and I got some more wood. So I'm going to basically prepare all the parts. I'm going to cut the groove, I'm going to cut these to size, and then I'm gonna prepare the backer. And then I guess I'm gonna stain everything. And then we put it together tomorrow. I feel like pretty good about this. I'm a little nervous to go back to my saw, but I'm not nervous in general about this saw. It's just cutting those really small pieces. Like, cutting stuff like this is totally fine because I got my safety on and I really like my safety. I don't know, do people ever get over the fear of saws? Okay, I think I did mess up one. I bought 2 more lengths of wood and I cut them in half. So I have 4 pieces. I think I made these too far apart. I don't know if you can see that. It's just, it would be loose. Like, it's like maybe a millimeter off. This is what I don't like about woodworking, is everything comes down to the millimeter. Luckily I used the shortest one and I adjusted the saw. So, and I feel like these are better. I'm pretty sure you cannot tell the difference on camera, but I can tell the difference. And of course there's this little ridge in here, which, I don't know, I might be able to just, can I just break it? Otherwise I'll throw it through the saw again in between, but that doesn't need to be as precise. 3 out of 4, not bad. I was being stupid earlier. I think I can just cut instead of moving the, I don't know. Let me see if that works. I have exactly enough for 5 more frames. And I hope I don't mess anything up because I don't have any extra pieces. So I think I'm going to just give everything a quick sand, coat everything in the lazur, the varnish, the stain, I don't know what to call it. Then we're gonna let it all dry until tomorrow, and then tomorrow we'll put it all together. One thing I don't know is how am I supposed to varnish all sides of this without, you know, I have to like set it down. Do I have to do the back? I guess I don't have to do the back, but that's still tricky. We shall see. I'm using 120 grit sandpaper just because that's what I have. I don't know if it's the correct sandpaper to use, but it's what I use on my pottery. We'll use finer sandpaper when it's varnished. Good morning. It is actually 2 days later now because I did a second coat on these, and I think it looks a lot better with 2 coats. So I think I'm just gonna give this a light sand and then we can glue them up. Very exciting. Also, these are always sticking to the newspaper. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm tried to avoid putting any varnish on the bottom, but it's fine because we're gonna sand it off. I'm using a much finer grit sandpaper now for this last go round. I feel like this is looking pretty good. It's definitely not perfect. There is one part that it's just not perfectly aligned. There's like a little gap, like a hair of a gap there. And I don't know, I feel like this is the best I can do. In general, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks pretty good. So my plan is I would like to get all these glued up today. So I think I can let this sit for maybe like a half an hour. Google says it takes 30 minutes to an hour until you can unclamp. And I feel like 30 minutes is fine because this is very, very tight. I cut these somehow so much tighter on the backer than the original. Which is good in a way. It makes it more fiddly to put together, but it is good in a way because that means it will be stronger, I think. Because it's going to be a mechanical attachment, not just glue, because there's going to be friction, right? I feel like 30 minutes is just enough, and then it can finish hardening up overnight. So I'm going to just slowly do these throughout the day. We'll see how many I make, because the first 2 of these, I feel like I cut them kind of weird. I don't know, they weren't sitting very well in these. I kind of had to swap out some of the edges. But maybe I can like puzzle it together so I can use all of them. We'll see how the rest of them go. So I glued them all up. I'm just gonna sand the edges a little bit because the corners are quite sharp. Some of them have a little bit of imperfections, so hopefully I can kind of disguise that a little bit. Anyway, this project was quite a challenge for me. I do think they look really great, especially when they've got something in them. I think they look so freaking good. They look so good with the tiles from last week. This one's a little subtler. I think I really like it with the red. I think it's gonna look, yeah. It looks really good with the rabbit. It's not perfect. They are not perfect. I have 5 of them and I'm going to offer them for sale along with these so you guys can buy them. But please know that when you buy them, they're not going to be perfect. I have like, the corners are not perfectly lined up. There's a little pencil mark that I should have erased before I glued it together, but I didn't. This one is got a little funky thing going on. I mean, some of the edges are really nice. Some of them are good, but they're definitely not perfect. Here's a good one. This is a good one. I feel pretty okay about that one. I think I shall leave the woodworking to the woodworkers. If you are a woodworker, I would like to make more of these. I think I really want to keep working on tiles and I really want to be able to frame them. I think that would be such a cool little like add-on that I could offer. How nice with this, like this is a tile that's like in your Oma's kitchen. And this is art. Maybe this is not the right color. Needs a more contrasting color, I think. That looks pretty cool. Wow. I like them a lot. I'm mostly just proud of myself that I pushed myself to do something that I'm feeling so incompetent with. Like, huge props to all the woodworkers out there. This is like some precision stuff, and that is not my forte. All right, friends, I will have these in my shop if you want them. There's only 5. Please know that they're not gonna be perfect. Don't get mad at me. And you will also be able to find these guys in my shop as well if you want one. If you get one of these together with a tile, I'll prep it for you. I'm gonna use like this sticky strips. And I can put it in there for you so you don't have to worry about attaching it or anything. And then I'm also going to add some sort of hook that you can easily attach them to the wall. I just have to go to the shops and I haven't done that yet, but that's no big deal. All these frames will come with hooks, whether or not you buy a tile to go with them. Otherwise, if you want to see more behind the scenes projects, I do have a Patreon now, and it's kind of popping off over there. I'm having a lot of fun sharing more things. Plus, I have announced some very big news that's going to change everything for this channel, but I haven't announced it yet on YouTube. So if you want a sneak peek, go ahead and head over there. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.